this is Mrs. Wilson. This is your Key Stage 4 3D design lesson for this week. Now, this lesson follows on from the work we did last lesson on drawing, and last week I asked you to do a drawing of some objects in your house, looking at reflections, and then we added some water using fine liner and water, so we created a pen and wash drawing. So this lesson I want you to do the same, so you will have two pieces for your folder before we move on to looking at an artist. What you need to do is go and find something in your home that you can draw, so you can pause the video while you do this, and I'd like you to challenge yourselves this week and find something a bit more complicated. So as you can see, you are going to need a paintbrush again, your object. I've got some pliers that I'm going to draw, a fine liner and a pencil and a rubber. You will also need some water in a pot. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is draw your object. Now, last week I showed you a little trick if you were struggling, and I'll show you that again. So if you have your paper, it doesn't matter what size your paper is, you can make it appropriate to your object. You should have some paper in your sketchbooks. And if you're struggling, last week I showed you just to draw around the object first, just a light line, just to help you with your composition. Now, this is just if you are struggling. If you feel confident, just go ahead and draw it. That's fine. Okay, but this will just help you a bit with the outline. So you take that off, and then you can see there that you have the basic shape, and then what you need to do is start to look at it more accurately and draw the information that you see. So if we start here and then we look at the shape here, and then you start to bring this down, try and add the 3D qualities to your object, so you can see there, that's there, and then this comes down a bit more, coming across here, and then obviously you have the handle. Okay, start to look at all the information here. Obviously this is sectioned, and then start to bring those shapes. Okay, and then you should end up something like this. So you can see here, I've got it all drawn out accurately now. Started to put some of the lines on here where you can see the lines on the pliers. Okay. And remember, this is just your outline drawing. So when you've drawn all your outline, you are then going to start going over with your fine liner. Okay, so here's another one I've done earlier. So using the fine liner, I would like you to add some different drawing techniques. So you could maybe do some cross hatching like I've done here on the handle. Okay, where areas are darker, you could add some areas here. Okay, just using some stippling, and then you need to add all these other areas in. Okay, so once you've completed your drawing, just add these bits in here. Remember, you can rub out the pencil, and then we're going to add some water like we did last lesson. So I'll just show you that now, and then you can get on with your drawings. Okay, so again, you don't need a lot of water. Remember, where you've got the most pen, it will bleed the most. So I want it quite light here, because there is not. It's not dark there, is it? But then here, because you've got more pen, it will go much darker. Okay, and then just let that run down there. The same here. It's much darker around here. And then here. Okay. And then just keep adding some water. And if you get a lot of colour on your brush, remember, just take it off and just put some clean water on. If you don't have all that dark colour. We've got some lovely effects here where the colour, the pen just starts to bleed through. Now obviously the handle is very dark, so you can put quite a lot on there. Obviously you'll finish your handle and go all the way down. But you can see all that lovely cross hatching there. And just keeping the lines. Remember, you can always add more water on after. Just put a bit on to start. Drag it down to see where you are. Okay. So that's what I would like you to do for this lesson. So next week, it will be our third lesson. You should have 2 completed drawings, and then we are going to start to look at an artist. So if you get both the drawings done, make sure, like I said, you challenge yourself this week and draw something a bit more difficult than what you drew last week. Anything in your home at all. Okay, thank you.